Hi, class. I'm glad you decided to join me, and I hope your travels are going well. Today, we will be talking about energy conversion, changing from one form of energy to the other. Previously, we talked about the law of conservation of energy, which states that energy is neither created or destroyed, it is simply transferred from one form to another. What does that mean? That means that anytime we have one form of energy, it doesn't go away, it just produces others. Maybe in the form of heat, maybe in the form of it gets changed over to sound, it might get changed over to kinetic energy, potential energy, electrical energy, light energy, and then it starts all back over again. When we talk about changing of energy, we're talking about light waves in this unit. How do the light waves travel? We're also talking about how can we use that changing of energy. The ultraviolet waves coming from the sun, how can we use that as a different form of energy? Your task is to track what forms of energy you use while you're traveling. Maybe you're traveling in an RV. Maybe you're on a plane. How do they get that energy? What type of chemical energy are they using? What type of potential energy are they using? And then what forms do they produce? I also asked you to watch a video called Life Without Lights. Life without lights, what would happen? Right now you can see me perfectly clear. But what would happen if all of a sudden we didn't have electricity and we couldn't use virtual learning to help you in your classes? How would your life be like? If you're traveling, what type of food would you be able to eat? Also, what type of health conditions might occur or may not be protected? You were also asked to put that in a presentation. One of the presentations that we actually use is Office 365. In Office 365, they have PowerPoint, they have Sway, and they have group discussions called Yammer. I gave you the choice if you wanted to create also a Google Docs or some type of presentation in that manner. The goal was to have you research information about energy conversion, research information about different countries that actually don't have light like we do, and find out how we could help solve that issue. You needed to be able to power a village in some way using alternative energy. Right now I have no light, but I have background light from my computer. But what if I had no computer? How would we actually accept living with no light? How do I create anything? Do you know you produce electricity also? One of the things in your project that you will have to do is you'll have to find out what's an insulator. What is a conductor? How do we make these things work? You're a conductor. I'm actually converting energy right now from my body to what? What are the two types of energy that you see being presented? On our discussion board, you will write down an answer. What do you see being presented? How do you think it's being presented? How are we producing this light? Also, what would be some of the best tools that you could actually use to help produce this? What things could you make that's affordable and still could create the different energy conversion? Maybe some aluminum, or is this type of steel a form of conductor or insulator? What about the rubber? Although we do want our electricity work, we also want to be able to channel our electricity enough through our pants. So maybe you need some insulators. What are the purposes of the insulators? What are the purposes of the conductors? What are the parts of the circuits that you need to help the village? What natural resources can they use to help them? Maybe it's a little water. Will that help them? Well, how are the water resources in the village? I'll be available from Monday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. If you need to send a message, I'll be able to respond back. Expect 24 hours during the week. On the weekends, I may be able to return the email or message back within 48 hours or no later than Monday. My email address is also located on our system, and I look forward to us collaborating on how we can create light if we had to live without lights, especially in the village, for the village of Ghana.